You guys will get a chance to get out and go and explore the house. And then we're going to go down to see the last bridge. And then we'll go across that, go through the woods, cross the river, and back home. All right?
Where's Grandma's house?
We're going to pass it.
All right, cool.
You guys are going to get out and explore it.
Awesome.
This house was built before the Civil War. It was moved over here in the early 70s. There's a lot of things inside that you can explore. There's a lot of artifacts and antiques, and there's a couple of little notes about the guy that built the house and some information like that. So,
Where did they move it from?
Pardon?
Where did they move it from?
All of the buildings on the whole property were moved here from the county. So this farmhouse was about 8 miles up the road, and most of the buildings in the village were, in the 60s, were already 60, 70, 80 years old, and were starting to get dilapidated. And a group of the people around here banded together, and they formed the not-for-profit Billie Creek Village, and they got a grant from Eli Lilly out of Indianapolis, and they used that money to move all these buildings here and then restore them. And then it was a living history village for many years, the 70s, 80s, 90s. Then in the early 2000s, that whole generation of people started passing away, and the younger generation didn't pick up the torch and keep it going. So then the buildings started getting a little run down. Last 15 years or so, not much has really been done here. And then in 2022, the guy that ran it contacted us. We own the Indiana State Sanatorium. We're doing a full restoration of those buildings. We're historical restorationists. And he said, I've got a whole bunch of old buildings that need some restoring. And so we took over management 2 years ago.
Cool. So the house got moved here. Did all of these other buildings,
Yep, all
were
these
they
other
on the
little
same
buildings.
property and they came with it? Or,
All these other buildings were moved here. I don't know that they were from the same location. I suspect that they are because of the fact that they were put here, but I don't know that for a fact.
Okay.
I know for a fact that they are old buildings that were moved here.
They're all outhouses?
Just the one all the way to the right is an outhouse. The one to the left, I believe, was a chicken coop that currently is restored and has power, and there's refrigerators and stuff in there.
Oh, somebody living in there.
No, nobody lives there. This biggest one, I have no idea what it is. And then this last one, I believe, was a milk house. The brick kept it cool in there in the summer, and so when they milked the cows, they put it there. And see, the top is open, so airflow could come in, and the hot air would get blown out. And stuff.
Okay.
And then this corn crib, and then this barn that they used for the goats. I don't know that they all came from the same location, but I do know that they all were moved here.
Okay.
The goats were moved here too.
This is the Leatherwood Station Bridge. It's the least seen bridge in the county because there's only 2 bridges that aren't on public roads. The Beeson Bridge, which is at the front of our property, and this one here. The Billie Creek Bridge is on a road, and every other bridge in the county is on a public road that either you can drive across the bridge, or they built a modern bridge right next to it that you drive across, and you can like pull over and walk across the bridge. So many people don't even know this bridge is here.
Sneaky one.
Or they come, they go, it says 3 bridges at Billie Creek, but where's the 3rd one? So we get that question.
Exactly.
Well, that's probably my most asked question. Does anybody know why they started putting covers on bridges?
I don't.
They
For the
did it
weather?
because they built the bridges out of wood, and they only lasted 8 or 10 years before the wood started rotting to the point where they were not safe. So they figured out if they put a cover on it, the rain and the snow gets sent up to the sides.
Okay.
Sun doesn't get on it,
Makes sense.
and it keeps the wood from rotting. So this bridge was built in 1899. It was moved here in 1981, but it's still the original bridge. So the roof is new. Sometimes the sides get replaced, but the actual bridge is 125 years old. And it is still here because of the cover.
Because of what?
Because
The
it's
cover.
covered.
Oh, okay. So obviously their intention of saving the bridge by putting a roof on it worked.
Right, because it's cheaper to repair a roof than it is to build a whole new bridge.
Right.
So, they also use the bridges like if there was a storm, then like people could get shelter there. And I actually, just on the last go around, I learned someone did a tour at another bridge, and I learned another reason is because obviously in 1899 everything was horse drawn, and some of the bridges apparently, when the horse went over the bridge and he saw the water, that some horses would freak out.
Yeah.
And so the one benefit of the bridge is the horse
Tunnel vision.
doesn't see the water and just sees the other side. So
Cool.
I had never heard that before, and I've been doing this for 3 years. So
That is a very interesting fact.
yeah, they said they were at Jackson Bridge, and that was something that they told them there earlier today. So does anybody know why that you need to cross this bridge at a walk?
I was
Don't
gonna ask
trip.
that.
So you don't trip. That's a good yeah. Now, cross the bridge at a walk means go slow.
It does, but do you know why?
Well, so you don't shake it. Like
Correct.
vibrations.
Correct. If you gallop a horse across that bridge, the galloping will shake the bridge, and it just gets worse and worse, and the bridge could then
And
fail.
then, right, and the wear and tear on that would cause the bridge to
Yep.
collapse.
Yep. And so the cross this bridge at a walk was for horses, so don't gallop across, walk across.
Okay, now see, we were confused. We weren't sure about the wording, but we thought that meant you could only cross it at a walk. Like, you could only walk across it.
And then we saw cars coming over.
Right.
We're like, wait a minute.
Wait a
what is
minute.
that?
So what it means is that
Okay,
you
very
can't
slow.
run your horse across it because of the vibration.
Okay.
In like World War I or World War II, I can't remember. British soldiers, they walk in cadence, and they walked across the bridge, and the shooking was so bad that the bridge collapsed.
Oh my God.
Right.
And so to this day, they teach them to walk in cadence until you get to a bridge, and then you just kind of walk across the bridge, and then you go back into your cadence.
So who's responsible for the upkeep on these? Is that the county or the state?
The county is responsible for the upkeep on all the bridges on county roads.
Okay.
So every bridge in the county, except for this one
And
and the Beeson Bridge in the front.
Okay.
They would love for us to donate those bridges to the county so they could maintain them. But we're remiss to do that because we do a lot of weddings on this bridge.
Oh, wow.
And
That's not something the county would allow, though, right?
well, we don't want the county to say you can't do weddings on the bridge anymore because that's a
Oh.
staple of what we do here.
Okay.
We don't want the county to say we're going to do a tractor drive through the property and we want to go over that bridge. Well, I might have a wedding at the pavilion that day. So we don't want the county to plan to use this for other than what we use it for.
Okay.
So
Well, that
there's a little bit of a, with the
battle.
county
Yeah.
on that.
So is there a foundation or something that,
Pardon?
is there a foundation or something that collects money to
No,
Upkeep?
it's private. It's
It's
private.
a private, oh,
So Billie Creek Village is a non-for-profit company,
okay.
and so all the money that we're generating this weekend, the donations that people make, goes towards the preservation of the village, including these two bridges.
Very good, okay.
So,
And then when you guys have weddings, do you charge for those?
We do.
And then that money goes into?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
How much is the wedding? Just by curiosity. I have curiosity.
So this year, 2024, was
I own a wedding venue.
Oh, okay.
you? Pardon?
I own a wedding venue. We have an old dairy barn.
You own a? I would very much like to talk to you at the end of this. we also own the Indiana State Sanatorium. It has a ginormous 12,000 square foot dairy barn, which we're converting into a wedding venue.
So that's
I-
what we just did. Yeah, ours is like a brick. What dairy barn?
Ours has cement walls that are about 4 feet tall, maybe 5 feet tall, and then wood
Okay.
from there.
Yeah, I'll have to
That's
show
cool.
you.
It was built by the state of Indiana, but designed by engineers at Purdue in like 1904, I want to say the first part of the barn was built.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was designed to be the premier dairy barn, like
That's
every
what ours
dairy
was.
barn
Yes.
should have this.
Okay. I do you have pictures of it?
I don't, but if I can get somebody to, do you live near here?
I live near Lafayette by Purdue.
Okay. Be happy to give you a tour of that barn another day
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
when it's not Covered Bridge Festival,
Yeah.
and pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah. You want to see? I have
Collaborate.
pictures of my
Yeah.
barn.
Let me know. I'll come back.
Yeah, when's that gonna be?
Ding, ding, ding.
So maybe I'll get somebody to do the next tour here, and we'll all go over to the dairy barn.
It's only 2 miles.
It's only
We
2
just
miles
drive
away.
We could just drive the tractor.
I could, and especially during Covered Bridge, like no one would even blink. The only thing is there's no lights on the wagon, so you'd all have to.
We can stand in the
We
back.
all got phones, right?
We get a flashlight and just turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it
There
off.
we go for blinking.
Wow.
That is super fun.
mean,
But not now.
Can we like get off and then we'll walk up?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll find you.
Thank you, sir.
We'll find you next.
My name is Steve.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. And
Megan.
Megan? Rachel and Megan. Okay, thank you.
have a good day. They're clear.
Sorry?
The machine that's sitting there, the big one. Do you know
That
what it is?
is some kind of farming machine.
Well, okay,
I think it's a combine. You drive over the crops and it like shucks the corn for you and it just spits the corn out the back.
Okay.
But I really don't know. I'm from the city of Chicago. And it's been there for a couple of decades.
Okay, so they didn't like. tell you
All
that
of the
when-
farm implements that you see were donated to Billie Creek from local farmers.
Okay, so it's not necessarily with the specific house or.
Right,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Right. Just because it's next to that house doesn't mean it was donated with that house. But it was all donated here. And about half of it I cannot identify
Okay.
I just
'Cause I'm
couldn't figure out what it was.
from the city. I'm a city boy.
Vehicles only. Okay, we have fun.
Sorry about that abrupt stop.